How you doing today, folks? And welcome to my EDC update for May 6th of 2020. Now, before we get started and talk about all this gear, I want to give a quick shout out to all the new subscribers. Definitely appreciate all of you. We're also going to be doing a $1,000 giveaway for a $1,000 knife, and we hit 1,000 subscribers. So definitely want to stay tuned for that. If you enjoy the content, please like and subscribe. If you don't, no pressure by any means. If you want to roast me in the comment section for any reason, by all means, feel free. This is all about freedom of speech, freedom of choice, freedom of expression, and if you want to roast my ass, hell, I encourage it. Now, we're going to go from left to right. So first off, we have my flashlight of choice when I'm using what I call my frag carry. This is a Raylight Triple Dawn with the XPL emitter into it. This is a stone wash finish to it. A couple tritium inserts. Top one super bright, bottom one not so much. Didn't do a very good job on that. This is also an aftermarket clip because the original clip sucks. When these are available, which they do periodic drops, they'll go for between 130 to 190. I got this on the secondary market not too long ago. If you want to buy them on secondary market, they go for quite a bit more. This is a Fellholter Monkey Edge exclusive frag pattern. This is the tie bolt variant. This is a $200 pen. If you grab these on secondary market when they are not available, they are fucking expensive. I've seen these go upwards to $400, sometimes a little more than that. Very solid pen. Nothing I would consider to be super special. It's still a pen. At the end of the day, a big pen will write. But this is damn sexy, and I love it. And don't regret buying it at all. Now, I do almost always carry a Pry Tool on me. I always blank on the maker of the person who made this tool. So if you happen to be in the comment section or know who made it, please let me know so I can tag you. But I carry this quite a bit. As you can see, we got quite a bit of morphine on this actual piece here, and that's because I don't want to like to pry with my knives. Now I absolutely do occasionally, but if I can avoid it, I like to. So what I'll do is hold it just like this and get in there, and I can really leverage a lot. And it's not very comfortable. I'm not going to pretend like it is. That being said, you can get a lot of force like that, so it's definitely an enjoyable piece to not snap off blades constantly. My thicker knives I will absolutely pry with. I've actually pried with this quite a bit. It still holds up just fine. Now, as far as the knife, we have a Hinderer Ex M24. This is the non-flipper variant. Beautiful polished stone wash blade. And these are some custom scales made by my buddy Steve Kyle. Goes by the Knife Pimper on Instagram. I'll go ahead and link his stuff in the description. Did an absolutely fantastic job. As you can see, it's not just the purchased aftermarket scales. The actual original lock scales milled out too and created this very beautiful uniform effect that is entirely unique and entirely me. Now, based on what job I'm doing for the day, because I do work quite a few different jobs, I will also carry my Leatherman P4. This is stainless steel. It has little bits of rust pockets here and there, and it's not the most durable thing in the world, but very solid. Do have some complaints on this one. Really wish it had a spring instead of having to do this, basically using my own finger to ping pong it. So that's kind of an issue for me. However, it has multiple blades, serrated and otherwise. Something you can access very easily just through here. You can just pop it open. They all lock as well. You can disengage them pretty easy. So definitely a very, very solid piece. But that's carried with me almost every day. Occasionally I do jobs that don't require that. Here is a key bar. This is a custom made one from a maker in Tampa, Florida. Forgot his name. I have keys that are the wrong size on it. This thing has been beaten through hell. I usually have a aftermarket cleaver attached to the back of this, though I recently lost that and I have no idea where it went, so it's somewhere in my house. I took it off to be clear, it didn't just fall off. I took it off for a day because I had to go to court, and then, yeah, I don't know where the hell it went. So that's going to be the titanium carry. minus the steel piece right here. So here we have an Olight M2R Warrior. This is going to be in the copper finish, just a limited edition finish. I call this flashlight the lightsaber because, I mean, look at it. It looks like a damn lightsaber. Super bright, very functional, easy buttons. You have that basic button right there. You got that, which is an immediate turbo mode. Overall, very solid piece. Here's another fell holder. This is a limited edition Captain Axel and Stendoff custom. It is a copper tie bolt, which is then coated in this beautiful black finish to give this very kind of contrasting look to it. Overall, a very nice pen. My wallets are almost always from a maker named Valhalla Design. His name is Jesse, but he goes by Valhalla Design on Instagram. I have about 30 of these. Now, why would you need 30 wallets? Honestly, I have no idea, but I have a whole bunch of these, and I absolutely love them. Very simple, very clean. Basically, just put your card, your money, your cash, whatever it is in there. Lots of different finishes. Overall, I'm very happy with these. I still use them, have used them for quite some time, and I don't see me switching to anything else anytime soon. Now, we also have the Copper Auto Butcher. This is from Heretic Knives. Overall, fantastic piece. Beautiful carbon fiber inlay. Just this big honking beast of copper. Feels absolutely fantastic in hand. I carry this knife quite a lot. I do live in California, so technically this is illegal to carry. However, it still does get carried quite a bit. I just love it, and I'm not really going around breaking the law anyway, so I'm not really... I think the odds of somebody pulling me over and checking my pockets are pretty slim. But if that ever does happen, this is $550. I'll probably lose it. If that day comes, I will cry, but until then, I'm going to use this, use it, and love it. Now, we also have I believe this is a Phoenix. Yeah, Phoenix Light UC35. This is a limited edition in like a bronze Creote. This has obviously been beaten to hell. This is not even that old of a light. This coating isn't just the most, it just isn't the most durable. But personally, I think it really adds to the overall aesthetic of it. So I don't mind at all. Something else, very nice, solid light. Overall, fantastic. Very happy with it. Love that bronze button. Now, we also have the Tactile Turn Bolt Action Short. I have 2XL hands, as you guys know. This pen should not work, but it does. Just the weight of the actual bronze when it sits in, it just feels very, very good in hand. As far as opening it, I need to do that with two hands because otherwise I'm going to write on myself because of how small it is. But once it's actually open, you know, it fits just fine. Now, this is another piece from Valhalla Designs. This is a run he did with our beautiful American flag on it. This is a copper plate. Beautiful piece. The patina, I actually did myself, but it, you know, it's patina for use. It isn't like this just came this way, you know. This thing was bright and shiny and beautiful, and over about a year and a half of carry, it has this wonderful look to it, which I really just think adds to the character of it. That Valhalla on the bottom. Now, for this one, this is kind of my hard use carry. So, whenever I'm carrying this, which is technically a custom knife, as you can see, this thing has been beaten to shit. Keeps on going. I've already had to sharpen this knife 4 times. This is a 20 CV steel. Nothing wrong with the heat treat. I've just really put this knife to work. But this is a Tucson Pry Bar. When I got this, it was about $10. I've seen them go for a lot more than that. Usually they're like $50 to $60 on eBay. More than that on the like White Mountain knives and stuff like that. But this is an absolutely phenomenal pry tool. I love this thing. As you can see, it's all scratched up and beat up. That piece is kind of bent. Everything I have is by all means gets used. I don't have any safe queens at all. As you can see, this is after aftermarket parts, it's $1,000. It's $550 or whatever. That's $900. Or, excuse me, that's $850. You know, I use what I get. But this is an absolutely fantastic pry tool. They do occasionally come up on secondary market for much cheaper than you can get them retail. But back in the day, this used to be very, very cheap, fantastic deal. Honestly, even at $50, I would still say this is a really, really solid deal. Also, it's damn beautiful if you like that flaming effect. And the more you use it, the cooler it gets. Now, I mentioned briefly about this knife. This is the Andrew Demko Custom 8015. It has a beautiful micarta handle, which actually needs to, a little bit of baby onto that. It's starting to dry up a little bit. Titanium clip. Titanium. Well, actually, these come with a steel clip, but this is actually an upgraded version. This is now titanium. The steel clip was actually perfectly fine. Just, I don't know. I'm paying this much for a knife. I kind of want titanium, so that's what I got. Everything else is titanium and micarta, as well as this DLC blade. I absolutely love this knife. This is one of those knives that I got out of curiosity, and it's become a genuine staple in my EDC. I will never sell this knife. And if I ever did, I'd go right out to Demko and buy another one, because honestly, it's a fantastic knife. I gave it an amazing review after a couple months of use, and hard use at that. My review very much stands true. It is an incredible knife. If you can afford one, buy one. The cold steel variant's not quite as good, but it's pretty damn close. Now, this is a tactile turn. This is a glider. Now they go by bolt action short and bolt action long, but this is a pretty old model. This is anodized aluminum. You have this beautiful textured pattern onto it. It feels very, very nice. Overall, great pen. This is another wallet from Valhalla Designs. This is aluminum and red resin. But overall, really nice piece. You can see this definitely been used. It's scratched to all hell. And a lot of people worry about the durability of resin. If you can see, there is no scratches in this resin at all. Now, if that's everybody's resin, I have no idea. But Valhalla Designs makes fantastic stuff. Very, very durable. The metal's beat up. The resin is perfect. Now, this is a Amara Creator slip joint designed by Tashi Brusha. This came in orange G10, which I writ dyed and then sanded down and textured and gave this kind of like wood feel to it. And then also dyed it all red. Really beautiful knife. I wasn't a huge fan of the orange. They have these come in either orange or black. I chose the orange because it was always my intention to try to writ dye it. I have writ dyed before, but it had been a really long time. Wasn't sure if I still remembered how to do it. And I also wanted to try this texturing. A buddy of mine named Antic7, I've seen him do some texturing on some knives or whatever, and just watched how it kind of changed the faces of it. And I really wanted to give it a shot. This is my shot. Some pieces turned out really well. That looks more like snakeskin than the actual texturing. This piece is supposed to look like this, and obviously it didn't happen. But we all live and we all learn. And overall, I love this knife. It's a 10.5-inch knife. It's a big ass bruiser of a knife. Fits my hand perfectly like an absolute glove. Can choke it up. Give it a little bit more room on top of that. Like overall, I absolutely love this knife. I wish it wasn't in VG10, which is a more superior steel. That being said, I have had to sharpen this before. Got this nice straight blade. Sharpens up very, very easy. No real issues. So it could be a whole lot worse. Now, one more piece here. I also have this thing about community customs. I purchased this off the secondary market. This is by all means too small for my hands, but some reason I absolutely am always carrying this knife. Normally it's in a side pocket or like a sling on the side of my hip, but like this knife is almost always in my pocket. Absolutely love the way this turned out. Purchased this off Knife Swap for I think it was like $120. But really, really like it. Fantastic piece. Very well done. My goal is to find somebody on this channel who really kind of deserves this piece and who really needs a nice knife, and give them something that I really kind of cherish and kind of hopefully let that tradition pass on. But love this piece. It's not featured in my EDC because it's always kind of, again, carried on the side. It's not really ever primary. It's too small for that. but overall, fantastic knife. Now, this one I unboxed a couple of days ago. I can't feature that in the EDC because I have no idea if it'll last the test of time. But this Freeman 451 button lock is an absolutely incredible knife. I've carried it every single day since I got it. That being said, it's only been 3 days, so maybe it'll stick around, maybe it won't. First impressions of this knife were fantastic. Favorite thing about it, most button locks, you have to hold the button down and it drops, and that's cool. This thing is so smooth, just tap. Literally, you just tap it and let go, and it just slides down, locks in place. Beautiful knife, really like the design. Saving up a little bit because I bought a whole bunch of stuff lately. I'm going to be grabbing one of these in the full raw titanium. Have something engraved right here, have these little milling lines there, and it's going to be S45 VN steel. So definitely very excited about that one. That's going to be in a couple of months though. I've spent a whole bunch of money recently. Now, my EDC changes on a pretty regular basis. My collections changes on a pretty regular basis. I buy, sell, and trade knives all the time and EDC gear all the time. So chances are in a couple of months, a lot of these things won't be here. Maybe some of them will stick around, who knows. As always, pretty much everything on my channel is for sale, so if something here interests you, by all means let me know. This is not going anywhere. Same with this. If you want that, I'll sell it to you, but be aware it's been beat to shit, and I'm just going to go buy another one. And that's not going anywhere either. I love this piece. But as always, I love you all very, very much. Thank you for your time. Like, support, subscribe, your comments. I appreciate you all very, very much. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. This is at the request of a user who wanted a collection kind of picture. But yeah, that's always rotating. And I got some really, really cool stuff coming in the next couple of days. And I'm not trying to do a collection video and not include those because some of them are some amazing customs for some fantastic makers. Some great mid-techs, some other stuff between the lines, like some really cool stuff's coming soon. So, as always, folks, I love you. Take care, and bye.